If that isn't saucy, I don't know what is. Hey everyone, it's Vintage Vinny, and welcome to another haul video. In this haul, you will be seeing items from friend mail. I bought some things from a couple live sales, and a couple of things that I bought on eBay that I am really excited to share with you all. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in here. Now, the first item that I'm going to be sharing with you all is not vintage, but it is something that has been on my, I guess you could say, to be found list. Again, not modern, but it is Halloween themed, and I was super ecstatic to get it. So as you all know, the Ray Dunn craze is absolutely ridiculous. You got people who come in every single day, stalk you while you're working on carts, yada yada, if you work for the company that I work for. But there are some pieces of hers that I like because they relate to me. So I have some of her things. I have a junk tray. Well, it's a ceramic tray that says junk on it. My dad has one too, and he likes that. But the hardest thing for me to ever come by her was a Halloween mug with the saying Bewitched on it. As you all know, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I love the 1960s sitcom with Elizabeth Montgomery and Agnes Moorehead. Dick York originally, and then he was replaced by Dick Sargent later when York was unable to work. So here's the mug. So I wasn't expecting my friend slash coworker to give this to me. She knew it was on my to be found list. Now I'm not going to be selling this, obviously, because I love it. Now, I think it was about a week or two beforehand. We had just started getting all of our Halloween stuff in. And a cookie jar came in that said Hocus Pocus on it, and it was in the shape of a witch's hat. So because I was about to go on my lunch break, I hurried up and clocked out, and I went ahead and snatched that cookie jar up, and I went and purchased it for her because I know how much she loves the movie Hocus Pocus. It's like one of her favorite Halloween movies. So I knew that she had to have it, and there was no way that she would ever be able to get her hands on it with how crazy this merchandise, like the popularity is of this merchandise. So, unexpected and unbeknownst to me, she had found me the Bewitched mug, which I'm super, super grateful for because I love this. And it will look great with any of my vintage Halloween stuff. And I was just really, really thrilled to be able to get it for her because I knew that she would not have been able to get that had she waited, because this stuff just flies off the shelf. I don't really understand like the obsession people have with it. Personally, I mean, I like it. I mean, it's just writing on a mug. Like I could do this with any mug and it wouldn't be as special, but no, it has to be a Ray Dunn mug if you're that bougie, I guess. But yeah, I'm really happy with this mug, and I think I'm never gonna buy another piece of her merchandise unless, you know, it's something that I'm buying for a friend that really wants it. Like one of my coworkers, like one of the things that we can't do is we can't put this stuff on hold, and neither can other customers, so we have to buy it when we're off the clock. So yeah, that's my story with Bewitched. So that was really, really nice of my friend to pick that up for me. I was kind of shocked. I wasn't expecting her to hand that to me. Now this I bought off of eBay. It was $6.30, which is the cheapest I've ever seen for one of these. It's a frosted glass flame globe. It would go on one of those toll lamps, I guess like one of those toll sconces. Now the reason I bought this was because I wanted to put it on my nymph lamp from the 20s or 30s, the milk glass one. Unfortunately, it's too big. Like the little what's it called? The little accessory that holds a globe was too small, so eventually I'm gonna have to find another one that's bigger so I can add this to it, because I think it would look really cool on there. Can you imagine it? A nymph is looking up at a torch shade. Like, this is just a cool piece, and I absolutely love it. So this was just sent to me, and I actually just received it in the mail today. This is from Tom in Connecticut. He wrote me this note, and it says, here, let me just put it in front of the camera. I hope he's not too upset that I'm reading it on camera. It says, "Hi Vinny, I wanted to thank you for the great deal you gave me on the Gemblem's license plate topper. If you all remember that, from a while ago, I bought a silver, it had a Masonic star on it, or the license plate emblem was a Masonic star, all silver, in the packaging, which is really cool. And he said, thanks for your videos as well. He says he is a subscriber, and he found these two items for me, and he thought I would like them, and purchased them with me in mind. So he found me this really awesome piece of pinup, which will be going into my ephemera collection. It's one of those ink blotters, and yeah, ain't that cool. It says, I shot him in the excitement. And she's showing a little bit of cleavage there. Just a little, could you tell? And then he sent over this really cool piece. This was from 2000, but it's got a really awesome elf green pinup girl on it with Eddie Sullick on it. That girl is way too cute. Elfgren did such a great job with his pinups. He really took pride in his art. So those were really cool. Thank you, Tom, very much for that. From Thrifting Adventures, this is from her live sale. I paid $8 for these. They are from the 50s, so $4 a piece. They are Cowboy and Indian whistles. Kind of a thicker plastic. So we've got the Indian, and then we've got the Cowboy. Almost looks like John Wayne, and almost. Not saying it's him, but it almost looks like him. So those will be going into my junk jar, and I just started another one because the one I have now is full. The two of them that I have now are full. Now these I got from Reclaimed Treasures by Mary. It's a gag gift, like novelty item. It's two little porcelain, what do you want to call these? Jugs, pitchers, whatever you want to call them. And they are pecans. You get it? Pecans. They're little ceramic, what do you want to call these? I can't think of it. But yeah, you get the picture. A bag of pecans. These were $3, I think, $2 or $3, and I thought, what the heck, those are a fun novelty. And yeah, those are going to be going in my junk jar. Save these for last, because these are going to be fun to go through. So from another friend, hold on, let me end this and I'll get him in front of the camera. So these two items were from Donna Rainwater, who has been watching me for a very long time. So Donna, thank you very much for being a loyal follower and watching all of my content. I truly appreciate it. So she knows how much I love Marilyn Monroe, and she sent me these from her personal collection. She bought these when she worked at Kmart back in the 80s. And we have two of the dolls. One is out of the box, one is in the box. So this one is for There Is No Business Like Show Business, which I know starred Ethel Merman, Mitzi Gaynor, Donald O'Connor, and Marilyn, of course. So she's in the original box from 1982. She did say that I have carte blanche to either resell these or hold on to them, so I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. I may go ahead and list them, not sure yet. And then we've got this one, also from 1982, and this one is for, I believe, the 7-Year Itch, based on the dress that she is wearing. So those were very cool. So Donna, thank you very much. But wait, there's more. She also sent me these really awesome books. Now, I do like the coffee table books about Marilyn Monroe because they have such great pictures of her, and even Ollie's has great books for her. I've gotten some of them there, and they're actually really decently priced compared to what you pay for them online or even at like a place like Barnes & Noble or even Borders, if that's even around anymore. But yeah, I love looking through these. They have great images of Marilyn, and I just love them. So we've got Marilyn Monroe by Janice Anderson. We've got Marilyn Monroe Unseen Archives by Marie Clayton. And this I've never seen before until Donna sent it to me. It's My Sister Marilyn, a memoir of Marilyn Monroe, and this was written by her half-sister, Bernice Baker Miracle, and Mona Ray Miracle. And on the back, we have a picture of 3 generations. We've got Bernice Baker, Marilyn Monroe holding her niece, and Gladys Baker, which is her mom, right over there. Probably, what, late 40s, mid 40s? So that's really, really cool. But it doesn't end there. So these are what I picked up from Moss-Stone Story Vintage and The Thrifted Artist. I put the vintage scrapbooks in plastic bags because they were just really deteriorating and falling apart because they are so old. If I had to guess, the stuff that's in here is probably from the 20s and 30s because some of these names I don't even recognize. So I got 3 of them for $20, so that's about $6.66 a piece, which is a really good deal, so thank you, Corey, so much. I will link all of the channels that I mentioned down below, so if you can go ahead and subscribe to them, that would be great. Help boost their following, show up at their live sales, buy some great stuff. And this I got from Kelly for $7. It's a little handmade pamphlet of Judy Garland. This, I believe, was cut out of an old magazine, and I guess they just made a handmade scrapbook about her. Just a bunch of newspaper clippings and things like that from all of the different events that she went to in the 40s and 50s. Even some pictures of her when she was in vaudeville. Like, here's a picture of her. Oops, sorry, guys. This part is going to be really choppy, and I apologize. So we've got Liza Minnelli, which this dates this to about 1946 when she was born. And just a really great pictorial of a star that was taken too far from us amid all of the crazy things that happened in her life. Not like it doesn't happen in all of our lives, but the only difference between Hollywood and our lives on YouTube are that our whole lives are not put on display unless you're a vlogger. Like, I'm so glad I'm not in the Hollywood system. I don't want my whole life put on tabloids with a bunch of false information. I couldn't handle that. So yeah, that's everything that I got from them. So Kelly and Corey, thank you so much. I absolutely love these. I have looked through most of them, and some of the stuff in here is just so cool, and it's definitely right up my alley. So sorry about that. I completely forgot that I had bought something from Corey the Thrifted Artist and from Kelly at Moss-Stone Story Vintage, and that was some ephemera, so I wanted to go ahead and share that before I shared these items with you. And this is also from Donna Rainwater. Just again, a really kind gesture, and she knows that I love the junk jars. And what's even funny is I think Nicole Northgarden had commented on one of my videos saying that she really liked the junk jar idea because there are so many cool little tidbits and trinkets out there that can get lost real easily. And, you know, to display them all in a jar, just to see them all and to protect them from getting lost because they're so tiny, is just, to me, it was a great idea when I started it years ago. So she also sent me some really awesome pieces. We've got some pins here. I did separate them out. These ones are the true vintage ones. Well, they're all vintage, but they're from the 80s and stuff. And then I've got ones that are a little bit more modern. And then I've got these ones. So let's go ahead and check them out real quick. Alright, so here are the pins that are from the 80s. So we have a Marilyn Monroe face. Get that to focus for you all. By Lisa Frank. So we got that one. We have Marilyn Monroe for Gentlemen Prefer Blondes from 1983. Can you believe even in 1983 she had been gone for 21 years? I mean, now it's close to 60 years that she's been gone. Like, how crazy is that? And we've got one with, I think that's Alfalfa from Our Gang. Also from 1983. We've got, this looks like Betty Page. Yep. From 2005. Probably from Hobby Lobby or something. Or Spencer's. And then we've got Marilyn for the 7-Year Itch. This one might be older. Well, let me see. 1983, okay. We've got Marilyn for the 7-Year Itch, which is part of the lobby card. Also probably from the 80s, I think, 1983. And we've got another one for Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, where she plays the dumb blonde Lorelei Lee. I liked Jane Russell's character. She was very savage for the time. Then we got the American flag. And then we've got this one, another title for, I think this was the actual movie poster for Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, also from the 80s. And we've got another Marilyn Monroe pin. I think these ones were all from the 80s. So those are very cool. I may offer those up at a live sale and see if anybody would like them. So now let me show you the ones that she sent me that I really, really like. Not that I don't like these, but I love these too. But these ones were a great find. Alright, so these ones, aside from the Goosebumps one, they got some age to them. So you all know, and if you've been following me for a while, the Goosebumps series is probably my favorite book series from the 90s. Now, I don't like the remake, the remakes of the books, like the reissues. They just don't look as great as they did in the 90s, in my opinion. So that is definitely going to go into my junk jar. Because the 90s are vintage now, and everyone wants the 90s stuff instead of all this modern remake crap. This one's very funny. Keep on trucking. I don't know if that means I have a foul mouth, or if that just means keep on moving. But yeah, you can definitely tell this has got some age to it. Very, very cool. We've got a pin with, I think that's alfalfa also. But look at that facial expression. When somebody brings home something that you've been wanting for a long time, that's the face you make. You can tell that's got some age to it. We've got an awesome vintage Marilyn pin. And again, you can definitely tell this has got some age to it with the way that pin is. So that's very cool. Now this one's a little racy. This one has a black and white image of Marilyn's red velvet images that she did when she posed nude back in 1949. And that's definitely got some age to it. So I will definitely be holding on to these. I love those. I kind of forgot that one was in there. We've got another pin back with Jean Harlow, another one of my favorite blonde bombshells of the day. You can definitely tell these ones have got some age to them. This one might be the same age as one of the other ones that I have that's in here, from the 80s possibly. But that's very cool. I love Jean Harlow. And then last but not least, we've got another awesome Marilyn pin. Again, also has some age to it because of the way that pin is made and the style of it. So I absolutely love these. Donna, thank you again so much for these. I truly appreciate it, and I appreciate you thinking of me. And I'm very, very grateful to have you as a viewer. Not just for sending me stuff, but just for your viewership and supporting my channel, considering that it is not the biggest channel in the world. So I was about to open up this box that I have sitting next to me, and I have a couple things that I completely forgot that I bought from Pamela Blanchard's sale. Or actually, she private messaged me and asked me if I wanted to buy these. And I happily obliged. So let me show you what I got here. So the first piece I'd like to share with you all is like a heavy cardstock calendar page. Now normally I don't just buy the pages themselves, but this was actually very cool. And what's even cooler about this one is it's almost three-dimensional because the picture pops out. Now this is very saucy, and let me tell you why. The phrase that goes along with this, oh, by the way, this is by Earl Moran. It goes, "A diller a dollar, this 10 o'clock scholar is right at the head of her class. After one little kiss from this sprightly miss, the professor said weakly, You'll pass. Now, if that is not naughty, I don't know what is. I don't care what era it is. That is very, very bad. Again, this was something that was on my to be found list, and I was really happy to buy it from Pamela. Can't remember exactly what I paid, but I was happy to pay her for it and give her back what she paid, so I'm thrilled with that. So this is a Series 2 12 gorgeous glamour girls pinup, like little pamphlet. Now what I will do for you all is, because I don't want to pull them out and go through them, because that will just take too much time, I will go ahead and insert clips of each sheet of pinup art because it is just so cool. I was looking for this the other day because I wanted to watch it, but I couldn't remember exactly where I'd put it. It's a John Wayne biography by A&E. You all know I love these things. If they're on YouTube, I will find a way to download them from the internet so that way I can watch them at any time and just enjoy them because they are such great. They're just a great program to watch. Now, not that I don't like the ones about, like, our presidents or anything like that, but the Hollywood people just are more interesting to me. I mean, not that I don't like American history, but, I mean, this is pop culture American history. You get what I'm trying to say, or at least I hope you do. So now we can get into what's in this box right here. And I'm super excited to show you all what's in here. So this is what was in the box. These awesome 1941 Coca-Cola Ice Skater Girl serving trays. Now, I am very, very happy with what I paid for these. I bought them for 40 bucks for both, so that's $20 a piece. That's a whole lot of room to make a profit on. So if you happen to be interested in these trays, the link to my eBay shop will be down in the description box below, so if you would like to purchase one of these for your winter displays, you can. So I was beyond ecstatic to be able to pick these up for 40 bucks because I know I can definitely make my money back and help someone start their collection out. Now, these were not reproduced as far as I know, and I'm just really excited to have gotten them for what I did. So again, if you happen to be interested in one of these, and by the time you see this video, the link to my shop will be down below where you can purchase one of these beauties. So there is something that I do want to mention in regards to these trays. They have really good patina on them. The colors on them are really, really nice. However, you may see a difference in price because this one right here, at least I think it's this one. Yeah, it is. This one's got some dents in it. Right here, like right where my thumb is, there's some dents and dings and stuff in it. That I will mention, of course, and take really good pictures of in the listing. Or at least I have, because it'll be listed by the time you see this. So that's why you will see a difference in pricing, because this one's got that issue. This one, on the other hand, appears to be in better shape. There are no dents or dings in this one at all. Of course, minor paint loss, because this is about an 80-year-old piece, but for it to be 80 years old and be in the condition it's in, it's pretty remarkable. This one does not have any dents in it, but there is paint loss, like I mentioned. So there will be a difference in price on each of these. So I hope that you all will check me out on eBay to purchase these really awesome pieces for your winter displays. So that is everything I would like to share with you all. I hope you enjoyed it. And before I conclude this video, let's go ahead and check out those awesome pinup art pages. So that's all I have for you today. Be sure and give this video a big thumbs up, leave a comment below, subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell next to the subscribe button if you'd like to know when new videos are posted. All of the links to my social media accounts via Instagram are down below as well, where you will see pictures of items to come in future haul videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye guys!